Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. No, it's not really welcome back. I'm the one who came back, so I'm so sorry for being hiatus for a couple of few months because I've got a lot of assignments, student stuff, and yeah, it's currently so hot right now. Yeah, I'm wearing kurta just for you guys. Okay, so today's tea will be about, before I begin, for those who are new here, don't forget to click the subscribe button, and yeah, tell your mother and father about my channel. Come on, okay, promote, okay, my channel deserves a lot more attention. So yeah, okay, so today's tea will be about child labor. Child labor, have you guys heard of it? Of course you have. Right, so what is child labor? Oh, the camera is so not, yes. So what's child labor? So maybe you guys may have heard of it, but you guys don't really care because maybe you guys just scroll on the internet and then, oh no, child labor, oh poor them, and then the next day you forget about it, don't you? It's okay. So today I will school you guys, you guys will be schooled about child labor. My script. Okay, so what's child labor? Oh, before I begin about child labor, let me explain about child work first. So what's child work? Okay, my cameraman. Okay, so let's get to the point. Okay, so not all work done by children is classified as child labor, which is targeted for elimination. So instead, children's or adolescents' participation in work that does not affect their health and personal development or interfere with their schooling is generally regarded as being positive, as they may contribute to children's skill development and to the welfare of their families. So that's what child work means. So apparently, by contrast, the term child labor captures the form of work that deprive children of their childhood, their potential, and that is harmful mentally, physically, and socially for them. You know what I mean? Okay, so child labor usually interferes their schooling by depriving them of the opportunity to attend school, obliging them to leave school prematurely, or maybe requiring them to attempt to combine school attendance with excessively long and heavy work. Oh no. So it basically means that children that suffer from this child labor thing will either quit school and go to work, or go to school and work at the same time. That's gonna be really tiring. Oh my god, poor them. My hands are numb. Oh my god, wait. Okay, so continue. So this apparently child work and child labor are two different things. Child work is good for them, while child labor is basically harmful and it's not great. It's not okay. It cannot be normalized in any country, in any place, or any parts of the globe. It's not good. Okay, so
they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never.
Okay, so we're back. So now the typical fates of child labor. So most child labor is in agriculture and involves family work. So most working children live in rural areas and work in subsistence agriculture and in non-tradable commercial agriculture, according to Edmonds in 2010, I'm sorry. It also stated here that child labor in agriculture is hazardous for them because, farms, there must be maybe dangerous animals or insects that maybe have poisons, okay, like poisonous snakes, poisonous insects. Oh my god. This basically means that child labor that includes agriculture and farming is very dangerous for the children. So typically the proportion of boys in child labor is slightly higher than the girls. However, in some countries, more girls are involved in child labor compared to boys, such as No, for instance, in Somalia, Nepal, Peru, Chad, Angola, Yemen, Mozambique, and Congo. Oh no, these countries need to be cancelled. Poor the children. Okay, so I actually invited a few of my online friends. Yeah, so I'm gonna include their videos after me. So let's watch them together. Yes.
Hello guys, my name is Muhammad Haziq Shakir bin Muhammad Noor, and I am one of Kai's friend, and I am his guest for this topic in his YouTube channel. This is my first time on camera, so I am a bit afraid, and so yeah, please forgive me for any, any crack of voice or something like that. So, child slavery. Child slavery, the cause of this can be said is poverty, come from poverty. Because when family that is in deep poverty, I don't know how to say it, they do not have enough money to even send their kid to school. They do not have enough money to afford dinner, lunch, or just food in general. So this will put them in a pinch. So they have no other option aside from asking their kid to work, selling their kid to corporate so that they can gain at least a bit of money. They're just straight up sad, I mean, our world is continuing to advance in technological state, or just our world in general is just advancing, but some people are still stuck at things like this. They resorted to child slavery, child work. Yes, the children need to go to work to just afford some food. Another reason is that economy state of a country. It's known to people. America, for example, is a country with a good economy. So when one country economy is good, child slavery rate is going down. Okay, because when a country economical state is good, that means for heavy job, for manual labor, they can change it into robot machineries can help them, because they can afford, they can build, they can maintain these machineries in their factories. So for a country with like bad economy, they cannot afford these machineries to help them in factory work or just to replace the manual labor. When this happen, okay, in like country with bad economy, when this happen, children sooner or later will be dragged into this force of work. Why? Because children, they do not know the value of money, so that they can take these kid to work for them, doing the same amount of job as their adult counterpart, but being paid less. Because why? They are kids. They do not know the value of money. Isn't that just sad? I mean, it's a bit cool. Not a bit, just cool overall. In world nowadays, it's still happening, and that is a bit disappointing, And my last point is that it's agriculture. It is by no means of exaggeration that agriculture is made up 80% by child slavery, child labor. Yes, child labor. That's the correct term. Why did I say this? because what was it called again? An interview, or no, not an interview. A research has been done for CNN. Fox News back in 2016 stated that about 2.1 million children in West Africa still work in the exhausting state for cocoa production. So yeah, this means that almost all the chocolates or the Milo or any other product that use cocoa in them came directly from children from West Africa. See this. So yeah, child labor still happening even though our world is continuing to advance moving forward. I mean, that's all from me. Bye.
Hi, Assalamualaikum guys. My name is Ayman Yusri bin Nasrul Hazizi and my metric number is 22FA06032. And today I am going to talk about impact of child labor. Okay, so it consists three main aspects, which is on the child outcome, on the aspects of family, and on the aspects of economic. Okay, so let's go to the first one. Okay, so for the child outcome, I will be talking about the educational outcome. Okay, so working children will have less time to play, rest, and especially for school. For example, more than a quarter of children aged 5 to 14 years old are in child labor, and almost half of them do not attend school. Next is for the attendance rate in primary school. Is often low in countries with high rates of child employment. This applies the same for the average length of schooling. And you guys also need to know that some children work in order to attend their school due to not having enough money to afford their schooling. And other than that, it also reduces the child's time available for study, and it also reduces the child's capacity to devote attention to school or homework. Okay, so that is for the child outcome. Now we go to the aspects of family. Okay, so for this part, I will be focusing on the family well-being. Okay, so families tend to depend on their economic contribution of their children, even though when their children appear to contribute very little. This kind of situation usually happen in very poor families, and hence these families will value their children's economic contribution more, even though it is small and replaceable. Due to this kind of situation, their children will be focusing more on work rather than studying, which what they need to do on this kind of age. Okay, so for the last part is on the aspects of economic. So for this one, it will give us a depressive effects of wage or effects of low income. Okay, so children being generally employed in tasks that require little education and specialized training will cause a country to has an abundance of child labor and has an abundance of unskilled labor. Thus makes the country to fall behind in technology and causes the national income to become even worse. And you guys also need to know that unskilled labor tend to have lower wage, and supply and demand pressures will increase, which will add more abundance of unskilled labor, which will pressures the wage further in the future. Okay, so that is all three impacts of child labor. And before I am ending my video, I would like to thank my friend Kai for inviting me to join this video. Okay, so that's all from me. Bye.
Hey guys, my name is Muhammad Nakiuddin bin Muhammad Sazali. So now I will explain how can we prevent child labor. So, in my opinion, we can prevent child labor by developing an effective anti-child labor policy. This requires all stakeholders, including governments, public agencies, NGOs, and community-based organizations, as well as companies, to work closely together to ensure these alternatives are accessible to children and their family members. In addition, businesses along the value chain should examine the business models in operation in the sector to evaluate if the requirements in the place result in a higher risk of children being drawn into the labor force. Besides that, we should improve our knowledge base. We need to raise awareness about the existence of child labor and its consequences on their life is crucial. Besides that, we should improve our knowledge base. We need to raise awareness about the existence of child labor and its consequences on their life is crucial to promote long-term development and combat poverty. All countries need to set up an information system that provides reliable information on child labor, its evolutions, the risks faced by children in work, its general impact on children, other family members, or the whole country. Good quality information systems are also need to record child labor cases and monitor the effective implementation of legislation. Moreover, we should establish comprehensive child labor monitoring systems. Eliminating child labor requires functioning institutions to establish, enforce, and monitor implementation of rules. Laws prohibiting child labor are the essential basis for taking action against the worst forms of child labor. A sound legal and institutional framework is essential to identify reprehensible forms of child labor, pursue perpetrators, and effectively enforce penalties. In addition to this, the establishment of standards for working conditions and codes of conduct where child labor is permitted and is an important level for framing practices when children work in the formal sector. So now I'm done with my speech. Mr. Hazim already sent us a video in advance, so let's watch it together.
Assalamualaikum guys, my name is Muhammad Hazim and I was invited by Khai on being a guest today for his YouTube video, and he asked me to make a conclusion about child labor. Okay, so here today I will make a conclusion for child labor. Okay, so child labor is a complex and often deeply entrenched problem, and as the preceding developments have demonstrated, it can only be eradicated through a combination of measures affecting both the supply and demand for child labor. In the same way, without long-term partnerships and collaboration, no single actor can make a significant difference. Collaboration across sectors and with a diverse set of stakeholders. Furthermore, cooperation up and down the supply chain, including with businesses operating midstream in the supply chain,
is probably essential to any success given that child labor is frequently most widespread in less transparent sectors of the supply chain. The covert use of children in the informal economy calls for a stimulating effort to move toward formalization. Governments, civil society, and labor unions should collaborate. Collaboration is a key component that involves many different modalities. For instance, businesses and trade unions might work together to combat child labor. Through global or regional framework agreements that create a shared understanding and commitment between commerce regarding the implementation of child labor. Due diligence by unions and businesses. Additionally, businesses may work together through multi-stakeholder initiatives or sectoral collaborations. A key tool for encouraging nations to effectively prevent child labor in globalized economy is international collaboration. Numerous procedures and activities are already in place to promote collaboration amongst the different parties. Most recently, the Alliance 8.7 is a global movement that was established in 2016 as a corporation to put an end to child labor, forced labor, modern slavery, and trafficking in accordance with Target 8.7 of the Sustainable Development Goals. The Alliance's objective is to aid nations in harmonizing their policies and plans to eliminate child labor, to encourage data collection and exchange of knowledge on effective methods that nations seeking to take action. They can use programs that encourage creative approaches and new collaborations to decrease child labor. To successfully accomplish the goals related to child labor, both national and international action is essential to lessen the short-term interest that some families, economic actors, or traffickers may have in allowing child labor to be given. It is necessary to mobilize adequate human and financial resources. It also demands that nations be able to provide accessible alternatives to child labor through their economic development, social policies, and educational offerings. Last but not least, it also entails taking action in response to the rising number of children who are victims of armed conflict and natural catastrophes who are exposed to child labor. In conclusion, ending child labor is a matter of upholding fundamental human rights. If the 2025 goal is to be met, it requires broad-based political support in addition to the implementation of comprehensive economic and social measures. So that's it, my conclusion for the issue child labor. Thank you.
Okay, so that's it from us, and I want to remind you guys again, for those who are new in my channel, please click the subscribe button and promote this channel to your siblings, relatives, grandma, grandpa, your aunt, your neighbor, and the whole town maybe. Yes. So okay, so that's it from me. Goodbye, guys. Don't Okay, don't forget to. Oh yeah. Wait. I forgot something.
Nobody told you today, you're a bitch.
Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you guys, and have a good night or day. Depends on your country.